All right, so we're going to do a deep dive into all the stuff about Sara Blakely and Spanx.
Okay.
And, she went from fax machines to shapewear,
Yeah,
which is like a pretty wild ride.
it is.
And she built a billion-dollar empire.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just luck, was it?
No, not at all.
Like, how did this happen?
I mean, this is a story about a lot of smart decisions, I think.
Yeah.
Calculated risks.
Mm-hmm.
A keen eye for opportunity.
Okay.
Like, just take her early challenges with even getting Spanx off the ground.
Yeah.
A lot of mills just rejected her idea.
Right, like outright. They were just like, no.
Yeah, they were just like, nope, we're not doing that.
Wow.
And you have to admire her persistence.
Yeah, you really do.
Like, she just kept going.
And it's interesting, too, because it's like she was tackling this problem she understood.
Yeah.
Like firsthand.
Uh-huh.
And that's a great takeaway right there.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to start a business, find a problem you really are passionate about solving. And then on top of all that, she bootstrapped the entire thing.
Yeah, just $5,000.
Like no investors.
Nope.
Just $5,000 and like a lot of DIY.
That's it. And a whole lot of, like grit.
Yeah, and she wrote her own patent.
Yeah, she did.
That's insane.
That's pretty amazing.
It really is.
It really is.
Talk about resourcefulness.
Yeah, but you know what I think is interesting is she wasn't just scrappy. She was also strategic.
Yeah.
Think about that red packaging.
Oh, yeah.
Like everyone else is beige and white for hosiery.
Yeah.
Spanx is just like, bam.
Just like jumps off the shelf.
Total marketing genius.
Genius is a good word for it.
Yeah.
And then the name itself, Spanx. It's so playful and memorable.
It is.
And now it's like practically synonymous with the whole category.
Like Kleenex.
Yeah, exactly. Like Kleenex for tissues.
Uh-huh.
That's like the power of branding right there.
It really is.
And we can't forget the Oprah effect.
No,
like Blakely lands a spot on Oprah's favorite things. And sales just go through the roof.
Oh, yeah, skyrocketing.
She knew how to like leverage opportunities like that.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Absolutely.
She was a smart cookie.
Totally tuned in to the power of media.
Yeah.
Knew how to make it work for her. But let's rewind a little bit, like back to Blakely's early life.
Okay.
She didn't exactly take like a traditional path to success.
No, she didn't.
Remember, she like bombed the LSAT twice.
Yeah.
And you could say that those setbacks led her to Spanx.
Yeah, in a way.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
Like what we might think of as failures can actually redirect us to our true calling or whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a testament to Blakely's resilience.
Yeah, for sure.
Like she could have let those LSAT scores define her, but she was just like, nope, I'm going to do something else.
Exactly. And her family played a big part in that too, I think.
And they did.
Her dad, he always encouraged them to talk about their failures.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like not as something to be ashamed of?
No, as learning opportunities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is.
That's like a whole different approach.
It is.
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, clearly like that kind of upbringing shaped Blakely's outlook.
I think so.
Like she wasn't afraid to take risks or to experiment or to learn from her mistakes.
Totally.
And all those early experiences selling fax machines door to door,
Yeah.
that was like invaluable training.
It was like boot camp.
Yeah, like for being an entrepreneur.
Totally.
You're right. It taught her how to handle rejection, how to connect with people, how to sell.
That's the most important part.
And she took all these lessons and she was like, okay, now I'm going to apply this to Spanx.
Right.
So she's got this amazing product.
Yeah.
But she still has to get it into the hands of customers.
Right.
And she does that by being resourceful and bold.
Yeah.
Like really bold.
She was a trailblazer.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. She doesn't have big advertising budgets.
Right.
She's going up against these massive established brands. So she's got to get creative.
Okay.
So she sends gift baskets to department store buyers.
Yeah.
And she even cold calls Oprah Winfrey's stylist.
That's right.
That's pretty bold.
That's wild.
That is.
And that cold call led to the favorite things feature.
Exactly.
Which like changed the game for her.
It did.
It's incredible.
It is.
Talk about hustle.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just about getting the product out there.
Right.
It was about how she positioned it. Like Blakely understood the power of branding.
Yes.
And storytelling. She wasn't just selling shapewear.
Well.
She was selling confidence.
Right.
And a solution to a problem.
Yeah.
That like resonated with women everywhere.
Yeah, it was like this unspoken need.
Yeah.
And she just like, she tapped right into it.
She did.
It was perfect.
And she did it with humor.
Yeah.
And like a really relatable voice. Spanx wasn't like preachy or intimidating.
No, it was fun.
Yeah, it was like fun and empowering.
And that was like a total game changer.
Yeah.
In the shapewear market, because it was all very like
stuffy.
Yeah, stuffy and clinical.
Yeah.
And Spanx just kind of like, disrupted all of that.
Totally turned the whole category on its head.
Yeah, it was like Spanx and then everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about her resourcefulness.
Yeah.
But her commitment to product development was also key.
It was.
Like, Blakely wasn't content with just creating a basic product.
No, she was constantly innovating.
Right.
Refining.
Yeah.
Like, just obsessed with making Spanx like the most comfortable and effective shapewear out there.
Well, it's like she was always testing prototypes.
Yeah, on real women.
Herself, her friends, her family. Like, it was all about creating something that truly worked.
Yeah.
For women's bodies.
Exactly.
Not just conforming to some, like, outdated ideal.
Cool.
But, of course, getting the product right was only one part of the equation.
Right.
She needed to protect her invention. And that meant securing a patent. And she did that in a very unconventional way.
Oh, she did.
Like, remember the story about how she wrote her own patent?
Yeah, after being quoted thousands of dollars by lawyers.
That's wild.
Yeah?
It's insane.
It's pretty amazing.
It really is.
It speaks volumes, I think, about her determination.
Yeah.
And her willingness to learn.
And we can't forget that hilarious anecdote about the lacquer incident.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Like, imagine if she filed a patent for pantyhose made of paint thinner.
Oh, my God, that would have been disastrous.
It would have been a disaster.
It would have.
But it also shows that she was, like, learning on the fly.
Yeah, she was just diving in headfirst into this world she knew very little about.
Yeah.
And she just, like, figured it out as I go.
And making it work.
Yeah.
And she wasn't afraid to make mistakes.
Exactly.
Along the way.
Nobody's perfect.
You just got to learn from your mistakes and keep going.
Now, we've talked a lot about, like, her early struggles.
Yeah.
But what's really remarkable is that Spanx was profitable from day one.
From day one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In its first year, the company brought in $4 million.
That's amazing.
By year 2, it had jumped to $10 million.
Wow.
Those are some seriously impressive figures.
They are.
It's a testament to the power of a great product.
Yeah.
A strong brand. And a founder who was just relentless in her pursuit of success.
But, I also think it speaks to a larger cultural shift that was happening at the time.
Yeah.
Women were looking for comfortable, effective shapewear that didn't make them feel constricted or uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And Spanx just, like, tapped into that perfectly.
You're right. It wasn't about conforming to some, like, unrealistic standard of beauty.
Exactly.
It was about feeling confident, comfortable in your own skin.
And that message just resonated with women everywhere.
Yeah.
And it helped to fuel Spanx's, like, meteoric rise.
Absolutely.
And cemented Blakely's status as, like,
a true innovator.
Yeah, like a real trailblazer.
Yeah.
It really did.
It did.
And all of this, from those early struggles with manufacturing to landing on Oprah's favorite things, happened in just a few short years.
It's crazy.
It's kind of mind-blowing.
It's a reminder that success can happen quickly when you have the right product, the right message, and the tenacity to make it happen.
Absolutely. But Blakely's journey wasn't without its share of bumps in the road.
Of course.
As Spanx grew, so did the competition.
Of course, everybody wanted a piece of the pie.
Yeah. And the shapewear market became a much more crowded space.
It got really competitive.
So how did Blakely navigate these new challenges?
That's a good question.
And what ultimately led to her decision to sell Spanx?
That's what we're going to find out.
We'll dig into all of that right after this.
Stay tuned. So, yeah, before we pause, we were talking about how Spanx just became this phenomenal success story, but also how the shapewear market had become
way more competitive.
Really competitive, yeah.
So many new brands popping up all over the place.
It was a totally different landscape.
And then you throw in the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole fashion industry is like, what's going on?
The world turned upside down.
Yeah, totally.
So in 2021, Blakely makes this big decision.
Okay.
She sells a majority stake in Spanx.
To who?
Blackstone.
Blackstone, like the private equity firm?
The private equity firm, yeah.
Okay.
And this deal values Spanx at one point $2 billion.
Whoa.
That's a lot of shapewear.
That's a lot of anything.
Yeah, it's a lot of zeros.
It really is.
But you know what I think is interesting is that while she sold a majority stake, she's still a significant shareholder.
Oh, she is.
And she's still involved in the business.
So it's not like she's just like, peace out, I'm
Yeah.
done.
No, she's still got skin in the game.
She does.
She does.
And she addressed the sale on Instagram, right?
Yeah, she did.
Like in a really powerful post.
Yeah, she was very open about it.
Yeah.
She said that people had been asking her for years
When are you going to sell?
when she was going to sell Spanx. And her response was always,
I just know.
oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah,
And that speaks volumes, I think,
I think so, too.
about her intuition
Yeah.
and her ability to like recognize the right moment to
Mhm.
make a big move.
Like you said, she just knew
Yeah.
it was time.
But she also emphasized like her ongoing commitment
Yeah.
to empowering women.
That's always been at the core
Yeah.
of the Spanx brand.
Which is amazing.
It is.
It really is.
It's inspiring.
It's inspiring to see how she's like used her success
Yeah.
to uplift others.
Absolutely.
But speaking of success,
Okay.
it's worth pointing out that Blakely achieved all this with no formal business training.
That's right.
Like none.
She's like a natural.
She's a natural.
Yeah.
She's got that knack
Mhm.
for marketing.
Yeah.
It's connecting with customers.
She just gets it.
She does.
Like, think about her early approach to selling Spanx.
Okay.
Traditional advertising was out of the question.
Yeah. Too expensive.
Way too expensive.
Yeah.
So she's got to get creative.
Right.
So what does she do?
Gift baskets.
Gift baskets for department store buyers.
Uh-huh.
And then she cold calls Oprah Winfrey's stylist.
That's right.
That's pretty genius.
It's pretty wild.
It is.
Okay.
Who does that? But it worked.
It did work.
And that cold call led to the Favorite Things feature.
Yep.
Which we know was a huge turning point
It was game changer.
for Spanx.
Yeah.
So Blakely understood that she wasn't just selling shapewear.
Right.
She was selling a feeling,
Yeah.
a solution to a problem.
Uh-huh.
She tapped into the power of storytelling.
Yeah.
And she created this brand that women could really connect with.
Emotionally.
It
Yeah.
was brilliant.
And she did it with humor.
Yeah.
And she was so relatable.
Yeah, she was like one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which was very different
It was so different.
from the other brands.
The Spanx brand voice was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. In a category that felt kind of
Stuffy.
stuffy and intimidating.
Yeah.
Spanx was just like fun and friendly.
Yeah. It was like, come on in.
It's okay.
Everybody's welcome.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
It's a really smart strategy.
Yeah.
It really helped set Spanx apart from the competition.
Now, while Blakely's intuition played a huge role in her success,
Yeah.
she was also incredibly strategic.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, she was a smart cookie.
She knew what she was doing.
She did.
Like, she understood that building a strong brand
Yeah.
was just as important as creating a great product.
Okay.
And she was always looking for ways to innovate.
And evolve.
She was hands-on too, right?
Oh, yeah. She was very hands-on.
Like, remember that story about how she designed the original Spanx packaging?
Yeah, I love that story.
Evolve.
She poured her heart and soul into it,
She did.
and then she realized that she might be missing some important legal disclaimers.
Oh, no.
So what does she do?
Let's back to the drawing board.
She goes to the department store,
Okay.
buys a bunch of different pantyhose brands,
Okay.
spreads all the packaging out on her floor,
Oh, my God.
and just starts comparing.
That's hilarious.
I know.
It's so funny.
It's so Blakely.
It is so Blakely.
But you know what? It also reveals a lot about her approach.
It shows that even as a CEO,
Yeah.
she wasn't afraid to roll up her sleeves
Get her hands dirty.
and do the work.
Yeah.
And it also highlights the importance of learning from others.
Absolutely.
Even if it means like dissecting your competitor's packaging
Yeah.
on your living room floor.
Exactly.
Which I love.
I know it's a good reminder that, like, we don't have to have all the answers.
Yeah.
It's okay to ask for help, to
Mhm.
experiment,
Yeah.
to learn as we go.
And Blakely has said like many times
Yeah.
that one of the secrets to her success was building a strong team.
Oh, absolutely.
She knew she couldn't do it all herself. She surrounded herself with talented people.
The best of the best,
Yeah.
who shared her vision
Huh.
and helped her bring Spanx to the world.
And as Spanx grew,
Yeah.
she remained committed
Yeah.
to empowering her employees.
She fostered a culture of innovation and creativity.
Okay.
You know, she even implemented this program
Okay.
where employees could pitch new product ideas.
Oh, wow.
And the best ones were funded
That's so cool.
and brought to market.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's
It's-
about creating an environment where everyone feels valued
Yeah,
and like their contributions are recognized.
exactly.
It's a far cry from those early days selling fax machines
Yeah.
where it was like, here's a phone book Figure it out.
Sink or swim.
Yeah, exactly.
Trial by fire.
Speaking of those fact-selling days,
Okay.
let's revisit that period
All right.
in Blakely's life.
Yeah.
It may seem like a world away from shapewear.
Yeah. Worlds apart.
Yeah, but those experiences...
But it's so important.
Yeah, they were formative.
They were.
They instilled in her the resilience, the ability to handle rejection.
You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, you do.
They did.
In sales. And maybe, most importantly,
Okay.
the art of selling.
That's the key.
It really is.
It is.
She's said that going door to door
Mm-hmm.
and pitching fax machines to strangers
Yeah.
was like the best possible training ground.
Yeah, it's like boot camp
Yeah.
for being an entrepreneur.
Right. It pushed her outside her comfort zone.
It did.
Forced her to like hone her communication skills.
Which proved to be invaluable later on.
Yeah, when she was pitching Spanx to buyers.
Yeah, to investors.
I mean,
The Oprah, it's a masterclass in turning adversity into opportunity.
Yes.
And embracing failure as a stepping stone to success.
Blakely's story is incredibly inspiring.
It is.
But it's important to acknowledge that it wasn't always easy.
Of course not.
There were setbacks,
Yeah.
challenges, moments of doubt.
You can't have the highs without the lows.
No, you can't.
That's just part of life.
But it's how we navigate those challenges
Yeah.
that truly defines us.
I agree.
And Blakely...
She's a fighter.
Yeah.
She just kept going.
She demonstrated an incredible ability to adapt.
Yeah.
To learn from her mistakes. Keep pushing forward.
No matter what.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
She's a shining example of how to turn like a simple idea into a global brand.
A billion-dollar empire.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
A testament to the power of vision,
Uh-huh.
hustle, smart strategy.
And a little bit of luck.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of luck.
You got to have a little bit of luck.
Yep.
But you know what I think ultimately her story is about? So much more than just shapewear.
Okay.
It's about the transformative potential of believing in yourself.
Yeah.
The importance of persistence
Uh-huh.
and the power of innovation.
Yeah.
It's about changing the world one uncomfortable undergarment at a time.
You know what? I think you just nailed it.
I think I did too.
That's a great way to sum it up.
Yeah.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
Okay.
let's pause here for a moment
All right.
and then come back and unpack what Blakely's journey can teach us
Okay, I'm ready.
about recognizing those aha moments and having the courage to act on them.
Because that's the key.
It really is.
That's where the magic happens.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so we've been like really digging into Sara Blakely's story
Yeah.
and her whole journey with Spanx. And one of the things that like keeps coming up for me was intuition.
Yeah.
Like her ability to trust her gut
Uh-huh.
and make these bold moves.
It's pretty remarkable,
It's really remarkable.
isn't it?
Yeah, and she talked about that just knowing, feeling
Right.
when she decided to sell Spanx.
Yeah, like it was just time.
Yeah.
And she knew it.
But it goes way beyond just like these big decisions.
Yeah, it's woven through her whole story.
Yeah, like from the very beginning.
Uh-huh.
Think about it.
Hi.
Putting the feet off her pantyhose
Yeah.
to solve a problem.
To make him work.
Yeah.
Right.
Coming up with the name Spanx
Uh-huh. Stuck in traffic.
while she's stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Those are like those aha moments.
Yeah, those flashes of insight.
Yeah. And she recognized them.
And she acted on them.
And she acted on them.
And that's the key.
That's the key right there.
Yeah, a lot of people have those aha moments,
Yeah.
but they don't do anything about it.
They just let them pass them by.
Yeah, they're like, that's a good idea.
Right?
And then they just keep going.
And nothing happens.
Exactly.
It's like she had this radar
Yeah.
for spotting opportunities.
That other people just missed.
Totally.
But you know what? I think it's more than just luck.
Okay.
I think it's about cultivating a mindset
Okay.
of curiosity,
Okay.
of constantly like questioning the status quo
Uh-huh.
and asking yourself, what if?
What if?
What if?
Yeah.
What if I tried this?
What if I did things differently?
What if I challenged the way everybody else is doing it?
Blakely's story definitely encourages us
I think so.
to challenge conventional thinking.
Yeah.
Like, remember, she had no formal business plan.
Nope.
No investors when she started.
Just $5,000 and an idea
$5,000 an idea.
and a whole lot of hustle.
And hustle.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all she needed.
And that's like such a powerful message,
It is.
especially in a world where we're told,
Right.
like, you have to do it this way.
Right.
You have to have
They
this.
have to have that.
You have to raise this much money.
You have to have the perfect pitch deck
Yeah. And it's like,
and a business plan
right. And she's just like,
and an MBA.
yeah. And Blakely's just like,
Nope.
I'm just going to do my own thing.
I'm going to figure it out.
And she did.
She did.
She totally did.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
It's about finding what works for you,
Yeah.
trusting your instincts, and taking action.
And being authentically yourself along the way.
Yeah.
Like Blakely's personality.
It's all over the Spanx brand.
It really is.
It's fun. It's relatable.
Yeah.
It's empowering.
It's real.
She's not afraid to be vulnerable.
Right.
To share her struggle.
To show that success doesn't mean perfection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
And I think that authenticity is
Yeah.
a big part of why Spanx
Connected with women.
connected with women.
Yeah, like they saw themselves in her,
And
in the brand.
So as we wrap up this deep dive
Okay.
into Sara Blakely's world,
Yeah.
what are the key takeaways?
All right, so here's what I think you should remember.
Okay.
Number one, success is rarely linear.
It's not a straight line.
It's messy.
Yeah, it's messy.
There are going to be challenges, setbacks, moments of doubt.
You're going to want to quit
Oh, yeah. You're going to want to give up.
multiple times.
Probably.
But Blakely's story reminds us
What's that?
that it's okay to start small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need $1 million to start a business.
Yeah, you don't.
You can start with $5,000,
You can start with an idea
an idea, and some hustle,
and some hustle.
and a whole lot of heart.
Yeah, and to embrace those bumps in the road
Yeah.
as opportunities for growth.
Because that's how you learn.
Right.
That's how you get better.
Okay, what else?
Don't be afraid to challenge conventional wisdom.
Yeah.
Blakely didn't follow a traditional path.
And look where she ended up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trust your gut,
Mm-hmm.
cultivate curiosity,
Yeah.
and never underestimate the power
Okay.
of a great idea
Mm-hmm.
paired with relentless determination.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to see how Blakely took like an everyday frustration.
Yeah, like something so simple,
Yeah.
so basic,
Right.
and turned it into this massive global empire.
$1 billion business.
And beyond the business success,
Yeah.
she's created a brand that celebrates women,
Uh-huh.
empowers them to feel confident.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It's a powerful legacy.
It really is.
So as we close today,
Okay.
I want you to think about
Right.
your own aha moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what problems are you passionate about solving?
What are you good at?
What unique skills and experiences
Do you bring to the table?
do you bring to the table?
What's your superpower?
What's your superpower?
Yeah.
What path are you going to forge?
That's a good question
Keep those questions in mind
as you go about your day.
as you go about your day.
And until next time,
Yeah.
keep exploring
Keep learning.
and keep diving deep.